Hey guys, so 2 days ago I posted a video on my acceptance reaction to my first choice pharmacy school. I put on the end there that I wanted to do a Q&A video, and it's only been a couple days, but I felt like there were good questions already for me to answer that might take up some time. Elizabeth said, "Congrats on your interviews." Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm currently a sophomore in college. I wanted to ask, what year in college do you think is safe to start applying to pharmacy school? Or is it better to get a degree first? And that's a good question. This is something personal to each person because everybody's life circumstances are different and everybody's maturity level is very different. I definitely had the prerequisites my sophomore year, and I could have applied right off the bat, but I didn't take the PCAT yet. And like I said, I didn't feel like I was ready for pharmacy school because I was barely starting to get into the momentum of like studying hard and getting good grades. I would say, like, if you struggled for a long time like me, and you just started, doing better in your classes, science classes specifically, I would definitely take another couple semesters because pharmacy school isn't a joke. You're gonna be taking exams all the time. You're gonna be taking 17 to 20 credits at once. So if I was telling someone straight from high school who was asking me about this, I would definitely say take your prerequisites and apply without a degree. Because if you can save the time and money and you're mature enough to even ask about this kind of stuff while you're in high school, I would definitely say to take your prerequisites right away and do well in them. If you're just getting C's in all your classes and in all the prerequisites, then I would definitely advise to keep going to school or to keep pursuing your degree. I was hesitant to start taking science courses right away, but I would definitely advise to take chemistry and biology right away because you're required to take 4 chemistry classes and 5 if you take biochemistry. And same for biology with Bio 1, Bio 2, Anatomy 1, Anatomy 2, and some schools require microbiology too. So I would definitely get those done first, like apply to those classes first because you need one class to move on to the other. Part of your question was, what year in college do you think is safe to start applying? Or is it better to get a degree first? Yeah, since I knew somebody who was able to get in a good school without a bachelor's, I do think but he had a 4.0 GPA. He got A's in all of his prerequisites. So I think that if you're banging it out and you're doing well, then you don't need to get a degree. It's not required. Don't do that. But if you were like me, I would advise to get it. But as for when is it safe, if you're planning to get a bachelor's degree, when is it safe to start applying? Well, what I did was I started planning to apply my junior year. I was studying for the PCAT in the end of my junior year. I didn't want to take a break at all. I wanted to graduate, have my summer, and then go to pharmacy school the next semesters. If you're trying to get a bachelor's degree, I would say actually apply your senior year, like the beginning of your senior year. If you're in a traditional semester cycle, you would apply fall. You would apply in the fall, but you would take your PCAT right after your junior year. In this video, StepFlip also asked, is it hard getting into pharmacy school in California? I didn't want to move away from family. That's why I'm aiming for California pharmacy school. Is it very competitive here in California compared to different states? Okay, so I didn't apply to any schools in California because I applied to schools in my state and then where I knew people. So I hear that I think I've seen that most California schools don't require the PCAT, but I think they're starting to implement it. So I think if you don't have a competitive GPA, I would advise you to take the PCAT because it's another way to prove yourself, There was a guy in one of my interviews too, he said he was from California and that something about the PCAT, or he took it too late or something like that. So he was applying a bunch of different states too. I don't really have much information since I didn't look into California a lot to really tell you, but I'm pretty sure it is competitive out there, especially since they don't do the PCAT, then it's all about GPA. So the GPA average for their classes is probably high. This is just based off of what this guy said too, that was interviewing this day I interviewed. He said that California is really saturated too, so he wanted to because usually wherever you go to school, you can find a job out there. That's why he was applying out of state. So I think that's long enough, and I hope I answered your guys' questions well. I hope you understand, for personal reasons, I'm not gonna tell you what school I'm going to be attending, since I'm going to be vlogging my pharmacy school experience also. I really like making these videos for you guys, and I love it when you guys leave comments down below, because I understand how confusing and how many questions there are going through this, because I'm someone who asks why, not just through the cycle, but in class and in real life a lot. So I love when you guys are commenting, and especially the likes too, because then I know what kind of content you guys like. Like this video if you like it, and leave any more comments you have down below. I'll try to get back to that. Good luck to those who are currently applying, about to interview, or waiting for acceptance. I know the feeling. It just feels so good to know what I'm gonna be doing and where I'm gonna be at the next few years. Until next time, bye guys. But GPA wise, when I started undergrad, I was not, I didn't put school as a priority. I'm just gonna admit it. I think I definitely had an upward trend. So okay, I'll give you guys my trend.